Hello, dear students of class 8. I am Prabhat Sharma once again before you with our course book of class 8, Oxford New Pathways, which is an integrated course in English. Once again, we are on Unit 1, Human Bots, and this time we begin with Section 2, the most important person. The name of the section is Most Important Person. I shall read out the first two pages for you. You can listen to the reading as well as you can read it at home for practice. So now we shall begin. Ready, students? The livered chauffeur opened the car. It is on page number 22. Section 2, a most important person. Once again, I am repeating for you. You open your book also. If you are not able to see this picture properly. Page number 22, section 2, a most important person. This is a story about an old lady and a friendship with a young boy, a child, okay, small child boy. Usually, we bond with people who are like us. It is said that birds of the same feather flock together. But sometimes there is unfamiliar or strange type of friendships also which we come across. There may be friendship between the people of different age, different society, and a lot of other differences to be noted. Now and then, however, friendship blossoms between two persons who seem to have nothing in common. So here is a story of other type of a friendship. It is between two persons who have nothing in common. The main character of the story are one is Miss Lucy Quinn, and there is a small boy whose name is Chester. So these two have nothing which resemble each other, the boy Chester and Miss Lucy Quinn. So we begin with the reading of a story, then we'll see the explanation and other things afterwards. First, we read the lesson. Today, we will be reading only first two pages, initial two pages of the story, which are on page number 22 and 23. So you also practice as an homework the reading, self-reading, okay, of lesson section 2, a most important person. First two pages, page 22 and page 23. Okay, now we shall begin. The livered chauffeur opened the car door. Miss Lucy Quinn stepped out and chauffeur looked at her. It's the Christmas, he told himself. It makes her lonely. It was the Christmas time trimmings that daunted Miss Lucy. Every house in the beloved showed the splendor of glittering Christmas, but Miss Lucy Quinn was lonely. The rest of the year, she endured her loneliness with composure, but at Christmas, it came upon her like an illness. We had a happy childhood, Miss Queen told herself. Our parents were always good and kind to us, but Miss Lucy and her sister Agatha had been brought up on the fixed idea that there was only a small group of people in the city with whom they might associate. Miss Lucy's parents, loving though they were, had died. Miss Lucy's sister Agatha and her husband had died too. All the friends had either died or lost touch with her until there was no one left. The society of the town moved briskly on without her, bristling with strange names. She had always been timid and protected, and now there was no one at all who cared. On Christmas Eve, she was walking down to her home, wishing for an event that might hurl her out of the world, when suddenly a violent fight sprang up. Miss Lucy trembled. She looked at the two big boys beating a small one and thought, and though he fought like a young wildcat, he was being overcome. Next page, page number 23. Miss Lucy looked around. No one was near. She feared that the little boy might be killed. Briskly, she raised her umbrella and brought it down on the older boys. The bigger boys howled and departed, and the small boy stood and looked at Miss Lucy. Miss Lucy was very upset. She had never struck another human being in her life. She pulled herself together and resumed her walk. The small boy reached up and put his hand inside of hers. Miss Lucy looked down at him but went on walking. At the corner, the small boy said, "You saved me. I know how you feel." He went on eagerly. "I saved a cat once. I was awfully fond of it afterwards," he explained. "Those boys," he went on, "steal Christmas presents left on porches. I know the little girl who lives in that house, and I have been on guard all day to take care of her presents." She looked down at him again and found the small face turned up to hers. His eyes very blue, face round. He looked a healthy child. Certainly his speech was clear enough. "Little boys should not fight on street," said Mrs. Lucy shyly. "I know. It is better to get into an alley or somewhere where the cops or teachers won't stop you." They had come to her door. Miss Lucy was amazed. The walk had never seemed so short. She stopped and explained, "This is my house. I'll come and visit you a while," he offered. "I don't have to be home until dark. Would you like to come in and have tea with me?" "I will," he said as they went in. They, "There will be two of us for tea, Mitzi," Miss Lucy said. She led him into the little parlor. So this was the reading of first two pages of a story, which is in a section 2, a most important person. So it is introducing first about Lucy, how Lucy was. She was from a rich, high class family, and she saves a boy who's caught up in a fight with two bigger boys. She saves him, both of them together, hand in hand, go to Miss Lucy's house. Okay, and this is all what we see here in first two pages, that how they were introduced to each other and how they started the conversation with each other, and how the boy reached Miss Lucy's house. He accompanied her, and both of them together went home. And Miss Lucy offered him to have tea and snacks with him. So these are the few things, few highlights of section 2. Very interesting story. Story is in the backdrop of Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve means a day before Christmas. Okay. Some difficult words which require explanation over here are livered chauffeur, means a driver who's wearing a uniform. Generally, high class people have got a driver to drive the cars, and that too with uniform. Daunted means frightened. Third word which we see here or the phrase is bristling with, means full of. Then the word is alley. Alley is a narrow passage between buildings, a very small lane, narrow lane, which is not broad at all. Then parlor is a room meant for receiving guests. You can call it as a drawing room, okay, a reception also. So parlor, a room meant for receiving guests. So that's all for today. Tomorrow we will read next two pages of the same lesson. Thank you.